Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to resolve no signal issue on your TELEFUNKEN J501 TV. So the most probable cause of this issue is that you haven't connected your TV to the external device properly. If you want to switch the source of your TV, you're gonna have to press sources button on your remote control and then select the source that you want to connect your TV to. After that, you'll be able to play media from it. The other reason behind it is that some of the sources might be simply disabled in your TV software. If you want to re-enable them, you have to press the home button and then open the sources menu. Here we're gonna have to go to the source settings, open this menu and make sure that the source that you want to use is enabled. If it is, but you still see no signal screen on your TV, then let's make sure that you properly connected your source and selected your source. So let's review the sources of the TV. Let's start with the left edge of the TV where we have two sources already. We have the USB source at the top right here. So this is where your USB flash drive goes. Below we also have the HDMI source. So this is the HDMI 1 and it's primarily used for digital devices like your maybe player or maybe your gaming console. So yeah, if you want to use one of them, connect them to this port. There is also another HDMI port on the back of your TV. It can also be used for digital devices, but it's primarily designed for sound devices like sound bars or speakers. Now let's take a look at the back of the TV. So on the back we have the LAN port, not a source, it's for the internet cable. HDMI 2, which I previously mentioned. If you take a closer look at it, you will see that it has the ARC, which is the technology for better sound encoding, yeah, this is why I told you that this HDMI 2 port is mainly designed for sound bars and sound speakers that support this kind of connection. Yeah, if you want to use your digital device with this HDMI port, just make sure to select HDMI 2 on the inputs on the sources list. Then we also have the VGA cable to connect your computer to the TV. Then we have the antenna cable right here. So make sure if you're using an antenna, make sure to connect it here properly. Then we also have the coaxial port. So yeah, so this is for the TV cables and if I'm not mistaken for satellite cables as well. Yeah, what else we have here? So this port, this is basically the ARC. But it's inside of the TV's software, it's called YPRPB or something like this, and it's colored in red, white and yellow, so you know which cables go where. So yeah, this is for DVD players and some older gaming consoles. And the coaxial output is for the sound bars, so it's not for digital devices. I mean, not for visual devices. Now on the right edge of the TV, which I'm gonna show you right now, we only have one port, and it's not a port, it's the DVD player. So yeah, so there this is where your DVD discs go, and this source is available immediately even if you don't have the disc inserted right here. You can still use it by switching your source to DVD. We have two buttons at the bottom. We have play or stop when we have play and pause. and this at the bottom is also used to eject your disk from the TV. And now let's return back to the interface. So now, if you have properly inserted one of your TV cables, like your satellite cable or the TV cable or the antenna cable into your TV, make sure to scan for available channels. To do that, you just have to scroll down to settings. In settings, you're gonna have to select installation. Select installation and then select automatic channel scan. Select your source and let your TV perform the scan. Then you have to press, once the scan is finished, you're gonna have to press sources and make sure that you selected the proper source for your TV. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.